Joined by Siena head coach Jimmy Patsos, who's been enlisted in Operation Hardwood, headed over to the Persian Gulf this week. And Coach, tell us how this trip came about.
A lot of coaches have done it. Gary Williams, Tom Izzo, Jay Wright, Mike Bray talked to me, but the guy who had the most influence was Jay Billis. Rick Kell, who runs Operation Hardwood, they also do a lot of work with soldiers, not just in sports. But Rick Kell, they had somebody pull out, and they said, we have a spot. And I was in California recruiting, and Ed Conroy from Tulane talked to me, and then I immediately called Jay Billis, who had been over there, and Jay said what a great job the players do over there, in other words, the soldiers. And it's funny, it shows you a real level of commitment. I mean, what they're doing over there makes our jobs look so easy. And we talked about it. He said, I think you're going to get a new sense of appreciation for what the soldiers do. You should go see it. And these soldiers are taking a week out of their time of R&R to come play basketball. And so myself, Pete Gillen, Steve Lavin, Dino Gaudio, Ed Conroy from Tulane, etc., Reggie Minton, who coached at Air Force, are going. So there'll be 8 coaches going on, and we fly into Kuwait City, and then we go to the base for 7 days. So I'm interested to see. I'll report back what I see. I'm sure it's going to be a different lifestyle, but I just wanted to do it because I'm really grateful for what the troops do, and obviously what's going on in the country, you know, with terrorism, et cetera, that these guys are laying their lives on the line. And I have 2 uncles that are buried in Arlington National at MacArthur and Bradley. I have 2 uncles that served in the war. So one went to BC and one went to Georgetown. Then they enlisted as ROTC men, and they became career military guys. And in other words, going to those funerals at Arlington Memorial really gave me a sense of appreciation. And now we're going to go over there and see these guys that are fighting to protect our country and our freedom. And you know, I like to joke around, but I don't joke around about this stuff. What they're doing is so important to our country, and we're lucky to have them. For them to take a week off, and they asked me, would you go coach? I said, of course. My immediate answer was, of course. But Jay Billis and I had a really good talk, and he was really good about why we should all do this. And this is the 10th anniversary of this, so it's good for Siena basketball, too, to be a part of this.
What are some of the highlights you heard from Coach Billis, Coach Williams in the past, some of the things you're looking most forward to?
You know, just there's an 8-team league. There's 8 teams, you know, and there's 8 coaches, so you get to do a little basketball. But just giving the soldiers what they want. I got all the Siena gear. See, we got all the Siena stuff here. Going to bring everybody a Siena shirt. So my 10 team members are going to have a Siena shirt to run around in. You know, go Under Armour, and so they get these shirts to run around in, and then we get to play. But I'm kind of interested to see what Kuwait City's like. I want to see what a daily life is. I mean, it's 140 degrees. It's really hot over there, so I could probably use a couple of pounds off. That's okay. But, you know, when you're running around working basketball camp and you're trying to tell the kids to have a sense of appreciation, maybe this is good for me. You know, there's more to life than basketball camp in Saratoga and recruiting, and you get locked into your own world. This is the real world. You know, sometimes you forget how lucky you are to coach at college. And I don't. I'm grateful to coach at Siena. I'm lucky. I love having camp. I like going and seeing kids play in the summer at AAU events and trying to recruit. I appreciate the job. I know how lucky I am. But this might give you even a greater sense. And I want our players, when I come back, to hear about guys who have enlisted guys. And once again, it's funny basketball. These guys are from all over the country or the world who are going to play. And it's just, once again, basketball bringing people together. But I want to see what it's like out in Kuwait City. Mike Lonigan went. He told me how interesting the airport is. Everybody's armed. You know, there's no messing around. And, you know, with the ISIS thing at a high level of terrorist level being high because of the ISIS stuff over there, I've heard the airport's really an interesting place. I want to see. That's how good we have it in America. You go over there, everybody's going to have a machine gun and things like that. So it'll be a learning experience, and I will certainly report back because I know Jason likes to hear. I will send some videos from over there, but it's a good thing for Siena to be involved, because I know that everybody, and John Dargenio especially included, that we appreciate what our troops are doing, so it's my job to go help them.